That afternoon, the house lay enveloped in silence, my parents having ventured out, leaving Luna and me to our own company. I found myself nestled on the couch, my gaze fixed vacantly on the television screen where a light-hearted comedy flickered. The tranquility was so profound that the world outside my immediate view seemed to dissolve, leaving only the soft glow of the TV to anchor my attention. Without warning, Luna rose gracefully from his spot beside me. His eyes shimmered with an unusual hue, a silent signal that something significant had dawned upon him. Without uttering a single word, he made a beeline for the front door. Puzzled by his sudden agitation, I watched as a gentle click resonated. The door had closed behind him. He pivoted, his eyes ablaze with a potent, indescribable emotion, and strode purposefully back toward me. Before I could grasp the unfolding events, Luna lunged forward, leaving me momentarily paralyzed. The room seemed to contract, time held its breath, and I stood frozen in place. Then, like a whirlwind, everything accelerated beyond recognition, erasing all boundaries. In that instant, I sensed that the ensuing moments would irrevocably alter the course of my life. Hello, I'm Sophia, a newly minted 18-year-old thriving in the warmth of my close-knit family. As an only child, I'm showered with endless love and support from my parents, who nurture my passions and encourage my unique interests. Among these, my greatest love lies in nurturing pets, particularly the charming companionship of dogs. My affection for canines ignited when I was 14. Back then, I was captivated by animal-centric television shows, where the loyalty and endearing nature of dogs left an indelible mark on me. Determined to bring a furry friend into my life, I persistently pleaded with my parents to allow me the privilege of owning a dog. After much anticipation, a sunny day arrived when they consented, accompanying me to a local dog farm to select my future four-legged companion. Entering the bustling kennel was overwhelming. The air was thick with the playful yips and scurrying paws of numerous puppies. Yet, amidst the lively chaos, one particular Great Dane stood out. His silky coat gleamed under the lights, his gentle eyes conveyed a sense of calm wisdom, and his towering stature was both impressive and inviting. Despite the Great Dane's reputation as a majestic giant, as a puppy, he exuded an irresistible aura of innocence and sweetness. An immediate, unspoken bond formed between us, and without hesitation, I chose him as my new friend. My parents were initially taken aback by my selection, concerned that such a large breed might present challenges in care and upkeep. However, my unwavering determination and heartfelt love for this remarkable dog won them over. We brought him home and named him Luna, marking the beginning of our shared adventures and the profound impact he would have on my life. The initial days with Luna were nothing short of enchanting. Mischief sparkled in his eyes, blending seamlessly with his undeniable charm. Luna's intelligence shone brightly as he swiftly mastered the basic sit, stand, wait with impressive ease. Our bond deepened rapidly, transforming us into inseparable companions. Whether we were strolling through the park's vibrant trails or lounging together in serene moments at home, every experience was a cherished memory. As weeks turned into months, Luna matured at an astonishing rate. His once playful pup transformed into a majestic Great Dane, towering yet retaining his gentle and unwavering loyalty. Luna was more than just a pet, he became an integral member of our family. In moments of sadness or stress, his soothing presence, expressive eyes, and affectionate licks provided comfort beyond words. To me, Luna embodied the essence of friendship and companionship, showcasing the profound, unconditional love that exists between humans and their animal counterparts. Through Luna, I discovered the virtues of patience, responsibility, and the beauty of life's simple pleasures. I believe everyone needs a special friend like Luna, someone who offers unwavering love and steadfast loyalty, regardless of circumstances or changes. I envision Luna and me sharing countless quiet days together, bound by our mutual affection. Yet, on the cusp of my 18th birthday, an unexpected event unfolded that would forever alter the dynamic of our relationship. It was a picturesque Sunday morning when Luna and I embarked on our routine walk in the nearby park. Luna thrived on these outings, reveling in the freedom to run, inhale the crisp air, and occasionally pause to investigate a blooming bush or watch birds take flight. Witnessing his contentment always brought me joy. However, that morning diverged from the usual tranquility. As we meandered along our familiar path, Luna's demeanor shifted abruptly. He halted in his tracks, his ears perked attentively, and his eyes fixed intently on another dog in the distance. Approaching closer, I recognized her a female Great Dane with a lustrous golden coat and an elegant posture. The moment our eyes met, Luna was irresistibly drawn to her, as if an invisible force pulled him toward her presence. She wagged her tail with exuberance, her massive paws propelling her forward with such speed that I barely had time to react. Clutching the leash around Luna's neck with all my might, I struggled to restrain him, but his strength was formidable. He yanked me along, causing me to stumble and nearly lose my balance. Despite my desperate calls, Luna seemed oblivious to my attempts to hold him back. His focus remained fixed on the other Great Dane, driven by an instinctive attraction that felt almost magical. In that fleeting moment, as Luna raced towards the newfound companion, I sensed the winds of change sweeping through our once unshakable bond. Little did I know, this encounter would mark the beginning of a transformative journey, reshaping the landscape of our lives in ways I could never have imagined. My heart raced, caught in a whirlwind of uncertainty. In a desperate bid to regain control, I yelled, "Luna, stop." The force of my voice pierced the morning air, startling Luna into halting his pursuit. He turned to face me, his expression a blend of confusion and remorse. It was then that I truly saw the sorrow etched across his face, his eyes cast downward, ears drooping, as if he comprehended the hurt his actions had caused. Helplessly, I could do nothing but gently tug on the leash, guiding Luna back home. The journey home was fraught with a palpable change. Luna no longer bounded alongside me with his usual exuberance. Instead, he walked beside me with measured, silent steps. A heavy feeling settled in my chest, regret for raising my voice and guilt for unsettling him. Simultaneously, a shadow of worry crept in, making me question whether our bond could withstand this unexpected rift. That evening, Luna reclined quietly in a corner, his gaze vacant and distant. Perhaps his thoughts lingered on the Great Dane he had encountered that morning. I approached him softly, running my fingers through his velvety fur, and whispered, "Luna, no matter what happens, I will always love you. But I need you to listen to me, do you understand?" He lifted his head, his eyes shimmering with what seemed like understanding. A faint smile tugged at my lips, a silent hope that our friendship would remain unscathed. As night descended, I settled into bed with Luna, as was our nightly ritual. His presence, so familiar and comforting, usually lulled me into a peaceful slumber. I placed my hand on his back, the gentle rhythm of his breathing a constant source of security. However, my touch inadvertently brushed a particular spot, eliciting a soft moan from Luna. The sound was barely audible, just enough to send a ripple of surprise through me, yet Luna remained still, seemingly unbothered. Instinctively, I withdrew my hand, my heart pounding erratically. In that fleeting moment, an inexplicable sensation washed over me, confusion intertwined with astonishment. I remained motionless, eyes fixed on the ceiling under the dim glow of the night lamp. My mind raced with random thoughts, stirring an uneasy feeling within me. This wasn't the first time I had sensed a unique closeness between Luna and me, but now, something undeniably peculiar had surfaced. Unable to quell the growing curiosity gnawing at my heart, I slowly sat up and climbed out of bed, my movements deliberate and cautious. There, before me, lay an enigmatic object that seemed almost otherworldly. The sight stirred an indescribable blend of nervousness and excitement within me. Gently, I approached the mysterious item, my heart pounding with a mix of worry and fascination. After a moment that felt suspended in time, as if an unseen force guided my actions, I reached out and placed my hand upon it. The sensation was warm and indefinable, sending a ripple of energy through me. Each time my fingers made contact, Luna quivered ever so slightly. Gradually, something began to seep from the object, adhering softly to my hand. I glanced over at Luna, who remained in a deep, undisturbed slumber, his peaceful breaths undisturbed by the unfolding mystery. Deciding not to wake him, I carefully lay back down beside him, cocooning us both in the quiet darkness of the night. Sleep eluded me as the strange sensation and burgeoning curiosity swirled relentlessly in my mind, opening a new and uncharted doorway between Luna and me. I couldn't have fathomed that Luna's natural responses could evoke such a profound and intricate connection. He was no longer just a loyal dog. He had become a complex being with emotions and reactions that beckoned me to understand deeper layers of our bond. Throughout the night, an inexplicable feeling began to envelop me, defying simple description. Every glance at Luna quickened my heartbeat, as if the subtle vibrations of our connection were intensifying. My perception of him had shifted irrevocably, not merely as a pet or companion, but as something far more special and meaningful. This newfound sensation left me both bewildered and exhilarated, pondering the true nature of what was unfolding within me. Luna, too, seemed to sense the transformation. His eyes, once bright and full of simple joy, now held a gentler, more contemplative gaze, as if he were attempting to decipher my unspoken thoughts. There were moments when I found myself lost in his prolonged stares, his luminous eyes brimming with emotions I couldn't quite name. The bond we shared, already deep and unwavering, now surged to an unprecedented level of significance. One serene afternoon, Luna and I found ourselves seated on the patio, the sunlight filtering softly through the canopy of trees. Luna lay beside me, his head resting comfortably on my thigh, eyes half closed in contentment as he savored the tranquility of the moment. Reaching out to stroke his silky fur, I felt a warmth emanate from him, a comforting presence that usually brought ease. However, this time, the contact sparked an electric current that coursed through my body, sending an unexpected shiver down my spine. The simple act of touching Luna had transformed into an intense, almost electrifying experience, hinting at the profound changes rippling through our relationship. As the days progressed, the peculiar connection between us only deepened, weaving an intricate tapestry of emotions and unspoken understanding. It was as though Luna and I were on the cusp of discovering a hidden dimension of our bond, one that transcended the ordinary boundaries between human and animal. Little did I know, the events set into motion would soon propel us into a journey filled with wonder, mystery, and revelations that would forever alter our lives. The initial days with Luna were nothing short of unforgettable. Mischief danced in his eyes, perfectly balanced by his irresistible charm. Luna's intellect was evident as he swiftly mastered basic commands: sit, stand, wait with remarkable ease. Our bond deepened quickly, transforming us into inseparable companions. From leisurely strolls in the park to quiet moments lounging on the floor, every shared experience wove a tighter tapestry of friendship between us. As weeks turned into months, Luna matured at an astonishing pace. The playful pup I once knew blossomed into a magnificent Great Dane, towering in stature, yet retaining his gentle and steadfast loyalty. Luna transcended the role of a mere pet. He became a cherished family member. In times of sorrow or stress, his soothing presence, expressive eyes, and affectionate licks provided unparalleled comfort. To me, Luna was more than a dog. He was a confidant, a steadfast companion, and a living testament to the boundless, unconditional love that exists between humans and their animal counterparts. Through my journey with Luna, I cultivated patience, embraced responsibility, and learned to cherish life's simple pleasures. I firmly believe that everyone deserves a special friend like Luna, someone who offers unwavering love and loyalty, regardless of circumstances or changes. I envisioned a lifetime of serene days spent together, united by our mutual affection. However, on the eve of my 18th birthday, an unforeseen event unfolded that would profoundly alter the dynamic of our relationship. It was a radiant Sunday morning when Luna and I embarked on our customary walk in the nearby park. Luna thrived on these excursions, reveling in the freedom to dart through open spaces, breathe in the crisp, fresh air, and occasionally pause to investigate a blooming bush or observe birds taking flight. Witnessing his pure contentment always filled me with joy. Yet, that morning deviated from the usual tranquility. As we meandered along our familiar path, Luna's behavior shifted abruptly. He came to an abrupt halt, his ears perked attentively, and his eyes fixated on another dog in the distance. Drawing closer, I recognized her, a female Great Dane adorned with a lustrous golden coat and exuding an air of graceful elegance. The moment their gazes met, Luna was irresistibly pulled toward her, as if an invisible force was at play. She wagged her tail with exuberance, her massive paws propelling her forward with such speed that I scarcely had time to react. Gripping the leash around Luna's neck with all my might, I struggled to restrain him, but his strength was formidable. He yanked me along, causing me to stumble and nearly lose my balance. Despite my urgent calls, Luna seemed oblivious to my attempts to hold him back. His focus remained unwavering, driven by an instinctive attraction that felt almost magical. In that fleeting moment, as Luna raced toward the newfound companion, I sensed the winds of change beginning to stir within our once unshakable bond. Little did I know, this encounter would mark the onset of a transformative journey, reshaping the very fabric of our lives in ways I could never have imagined. The subsequent encounters unfolded with an ease that felt almost destined, as if an invisible thread guided our every interaction. It was as though Luna and I had developed an unspoken language, understanding each other without the need for words. Whenever we found ourselves alone in a room, the door firmly closed behind us, Luna approached with a blend of strength and gentleness that was both reassuring and profound. His touch was deliberate, each gentle nudge and affectionate nuzzle a silent affirmation of our unique bond and unbreakable connection that signified I belonged to him and he to me. In those moments, time seemed to slow, the world outside fading into a distant hum as our relationship deepened. Luna's presence became a sanctuary, a place where I could find solace and unwavering support. His eyes, once simply expressive, now held a depth of understanding that spoke volumes about the trust and loyalty we shared. It was as if Luna could sense my thoughts, anticipate my needs, and respond with a compassion that transcended the typical boundaries between human and animal. Our days flowed seamlessly, each one reinforcing the extraordinary connection we were nurturing. Whether we were basking in the sunlight streaming through the windows or sharing quiet evenings by the fireplace, every shared glance and every subtle gesture strengthened the invisible bond that tethered our souls together. Luna's unwavering companionship became the cornerstone of my everyday life, grounding me in ways I had never imagined possible. Yet, beneath the surface of our harmonious relationship, an undercurrent of anticipation began to stir. There was a sense that our bond was on the verge of something even more extraordinary, something that would challenge the very fabric of our existence. Little did I know, the serenity we cherished was a fragile veil, soon to be pierced by events that would test the limits of our connection and reveal the true nature of the bond we shared. As the days turned into weeks, the subtle shifts in our relationship hinted at the impending transformation. Luna's behaviors became more nuanced, his actions imbued with a purpose that I struggled to decipher. The once simple acts of companionship now carried an air of significance, as if Luna was preparing me for the revelations that lay ahead. Our unspoken understanding was evolving, paving the way for a journey that would blur the lines between reality and the extraordinary, forever altering the lives of both Luna and me. The moment I received the acceptance letter from a distant university, an indescribable heaviness settled within me. Instead of the anticipated joy that should have accompanied the opening of a new chapter, my heart felt burdened. Deep down, I understood that this opportunity meant leaving Luna behind, my confidant, my companion, and the bearer of emotions too profound for words. In the days leading up to my departure, I tried to suppress these swirling feelings, convincing myself that distance would ease the turmoil and that embarking on a new journey would bring solace to my restless heart. Yet, every time our eyes met, it felt like I was betraying him, forsaking the unique bond we shared. On the day of my departure, silence enveloped our home, a stark contrast to the laughter and warmth that usually filled its rooms. My parents busied themselves with packing my belongings into a suitcase, while Luna trailed behind me in quiet resignation. His sorrowful gaze seemed to acknowledge the inevitability of my leaving, signaling that nothing would ever be the same again. As the car prepared to depart, I leaned in for one final embrace with Luna. His fur remained as comforting as ever, but that hug was laden with a deep, unspoken sadness. Luna gently pressed his head against my shoulder, attempting to anchor me to the present moment. Tears welled in my eyes, but I fought to keep them hidden from my parents. As the engine roared to life, I glanced back to see Luna standing in the doorway, his eyes glistening in the morning sunlight with a hollow emptiness. He didn't chase after me, he simply stood there, a silent sentinel witnessing my departure. That poignant image became an unspoken farewell, more painful than any spoken words could convey. Throughout the journey to the university, Luna occupied my thoughts incessantly. Memories of our shared secrets, cherished moments, and the unbreakable bond we forged kept replaying in my mind. I questioned whether leaving was the right choice or merely the beginning of an enduring longing. Doubts lingered: would Luna remember me, or would he forget the profound connection we shared? Regardless of the uncertainties, I knew that in this distant place, I would carry an eternal yearning for him. Thus, I stepped into a new chapter of my life, leaving behind a tapestry of unnamed emotions, untold secrets, and a friendship that had irrevocably transformed me. Reflecting on my journey with Luna, I realized that life continuously brings forth relationships and emotions beyond our wildest expectations. From an innocent 14-year-old girl, I had the privilege of spending beautiful years with Luna, a loyal friend steadfast through every trial and triumph. However, this deep attachment also introduced me to complex emotions, teaching me invaluable lessons.